Thank you everyone for making some time this evening to join us. This will be a great session, Q&A, and also Mayor Kimo Alameda is going to share a little bit of his vision. And with that, we'd like to start and hand it over to Mayor Kimo Alameda. Thank you.
All right, test. Wow. Test. What is easier, this voice or this voice? Okay, all right, we'll keep it. Hey, so as you can tell, we got coffee and malasadas. Can we give a big round of applause for who set up tonight? Thank you so much. Appreciate them. Kalani and the Andrades, awesome job. So my name is Kimo Alameda. Proud to be your mayor. Thank you for voting for me. If you didn't, I still love you and everything's all good. we are one community still yet. Okay, no. Hey, I'm so happy to be in Kea'au. So this is my late wife. You know, this is her area. This is her ohana. You know, Waihinu, her family, the Fujikawas. Her family is the Makuakanis. You know, they and she would always tell me, hey, when we retire, we're going to go Kea'au. So thank you for just for being you and for contributing to our awesome community. Yeah. So we're having three of these meetings. Next Wednesday going to be in Kohala. Because my auntie's in Kohala, they said, hey, you got to have them in Kohala because we're different from Nāʻālehu, huh? Yeah. So she said, if you're going to bring chili to Kohala, make sure you put hot dog inside. So, okay, Auntie. And then also, we're going to do, this Saturday, we're going to be Ocean View. So, because it's three areas with three unique needs. And so, I've learned that from being on the campaign, and so we wanted to make sure we break them up in threes. So I'm super excited. We're 4 months on the job, a little over 4 months, and I have an awesome team. And just look at these people. They all come out to these events. I cannot believe it. It's like unbelievable. Thank you so much. My job is more so just, connecting the dots, making sure everybody know the expectations and, supporting them either through the budget or through networking. Through advocacy, and they do it all. We're also very privileged to have our county council person here, Michelle Galimba. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah. And so when you ask, so questions that you might ask, she has expertise in a lot of different areas, especially she's from here. We invited our congressional delegation as well, Jotakuta folks, but of course, they don't live here, but we put out the invite. And so here we are. So tonight, we got about 1 hour. I just wanted to do a group ask questions, right? And then I wanted to save half hour, so about an hour and a half. Save half hour for you to hit up any one of the directors, with your one-on-one question, because not everybody asks questions in a group. And that's fine. And so we're going to make time for that. So we're going to go straight 1 hour, and then half an hour we'll just hang out. You can have coffee, malasadas. You can talk to any one of our directors. And then about 7 o'clock, we kind of start putting the chairs away and go back home. So that's the plan. So 2 rules I get in this talk story. One is I'll start from here and I'll go down. You get one question. That's awesome. Sometimes I realize in groups like this, sometimes you get questions, but most times you get statements. Okay? So, hey, if you get one statement, just say, I get one statement, and that's fine. We take statements too. And here's the deal. So you can ask. So that's the first rule. The second rule is you can ask your second question only if everybody in this group get one chance for ask their first question. Yeah, so, make them fair. Okay, all right. So how easy is that? But before we do that, I got to introduce our staff. We're going to start from the chief over here. I'll let them introduce themselves, and they'll just go all the way down. So so you can see the team. This is the team right here. Take it away, Chief Ben.
Aloha, good evening. My name is Ben Moskowitz, and I'm the Chief of Police for Hawaii County.
Aloha, I'm Keith Okamoto, Manager, Chief Engineer, Department of Water Supply. Good evening. I'm Kavika Uehara, the deputy at the Department of Water Supply.
Good evening. I'm Zach Burgum, acting administrator for Mass Transit Agency.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sharice Emmons. I'm the Kona specialist for Animal Control and Protection Agency. I'm here on behalf of Matt Runnels, our administrator.
Aloha, Michelle on planning.
Aloha, everyone. I'm Bill Hansen with Hawaii County Civil Defense. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Diane Nakagawa with the Finance Department.
Aloha, everybody. My name is Jeff Darrow, and I'm with the Planning Department.
Aloha, I'm Kea'au Costa, I'm the Housing Administrator.
Aloha, Keiko Mercado, Assistant Housing Administrator.
Aloha, I'm Reed Mahuna. I'm the Deputy Police Chief.
Neil Azevedo, Acting Director for Public Works.
Craig Kawaguchi, Deputy Director, Environmental Management.
Aloha, I'm Wes Segawa, Director of Environmental Management.
Good evening, Corey Stone with Department of IT, Information Technology.
Aloha, Laura Acasio, Administrator for Office of Sustainability, Climate, Equity, and Resilience.
Kazuo Todd, Fire Chief.
Aloha, Clayton Honma, Director, Parks and Recreation.
Hi, Dennis Lin, Deputy Director for Research and Development.
Aloha, Merrick Nishimoto, Deputy Managing Director, representing Mayor Kimo Alameda in the West Hawaii Civic Center.
Thank you. Thank you, Merrick. So Merrick's my Deputy Managing Director, and he's Kona boy, and so I wanted to make sure that we get West Hawaii balance, because I feel like we've been very Hilo-centric for so long. So he always brings up, West Hawaii issues, and plus he's an engineer. So I'm a psychologist. I don't have the engineer background. Okay, I can help solve problems, but I cannot fix buildings. And then my managing director is not here today. He's a tennis coach, Waikōloa High School. They made biffs, and he's on Maui, and his name is Bill Brahante. And he's an attorney. He worked under 8 mayors. He also was the HR director in the previous administration. Prior to that, he was corp counsel, which is a fancy word for our attorneys. And so he brings a lot of experience to the table as well. So our team is really, really good. This is an awesome team. Okay, so what I'll do is, I will, and we get support staff, and you'll see them, our videographers. We got our boards and commissions. If you guys want to be volunteer on any boards and commissions, we got Micah Alameda. You can raise your hand, Micah. That's Micah. So, right, our videographer right behind there, his name is Tracy Naimi. Right, thank you, Tracy. We also got somebody who do our press releases. His name is Tom. He's not here tonight. Oh, Tom's here. Thank you, Tom. Tom Callis. And then we have, so these departments, they're broken up into pods. So this is how I use my executive. So one pod is all public safety. So police, fire, civil defense, prosecutor, animal control, liquor control. So that's one pod. I call them public safety. And I put Mr. Victorine back there, Cliff Jerizian. He kind of like helped me oversee that pod. Kind of like one content expert. Because I don't know public safety. He used to work for the police and he used to work corp counsel, so perfect. And then in the other pod that Merrick, where's Merrick? Oh, so Merrick oversees or is the liaison for the infrastructural building pod. So you guys get questions about, if you cannot reach the directors, you get questions about building. Maybe you cannot reach Jeff. Or maybe you get something about wastewater. Maybe you cannot reach Wesley or Craig. Maybe the cesspool conversion. Oh, wow, where we at? Then that's Merrick. Because he kind of has the liaison for planning department, public works, environmental management, and water. If you cannot reach the water guy, Merrick's there too. Okay, and then we get one kind of content expert for all what I call health and human services. She's not here tonight. She's a pharmacist. Her name's Erin Samura. But she oversees like parks and recreation, health, right? Housing, because good housing is good health. Transportation, and Office of Aging. And then we have support services. And so we're very organized. Pretty much I'm a coach. Been coaching for over 20 years. So I look at this team as like how you would any other team. Everybody has their role, and we all come to practice ready to go. And tonight's game time. So this is game time. Okay. So here we are. All right. So I'll start from here and I'll work our way down. So your question or your statement, I'm just gonna go like this. Go, Suzanne.
Hi there, Suzanne. I want to talk about animal control. I was led to believe there have been funds put aside for an animal shelter in Kea'au.
Okay.
Is there an update?
Perfect. That's a great question. So is there any funds put on the side or any thoughts about animal control, maybe a facility out in Kea'au? Go ahead, take it away.
So I can't speak to the specifics on funding, but yes, we do want to establish a shelter down south, and yes, there is a plan to establish. The county is already utilizing every available resource to find a place. It just takes time, unfortunately, but it is definitely a plan.
Yeah. Is the timeline? Yeah, we got to sit down with the director because Waimea wants to see when we took it from Humane Society, right? They was just overwhelmed, right? They couldn't handle it. So we're the only county who actually brought animal control in. In hindsight, I think I would have supported Humane Society better and keep it outside of the county because I'm looking at this. This is huge because we're not just talking cats, dogs. We're talking pigs, goats. Now get chickens. Get the coqui frog, get that crazy beetle, that rhinoceros beetle. So like the thing just get bigger. And so that's one of our big challenges. So we got 5 big challenges. And because of that, I've created 5 task force. So one task force is on animal control. The other task force is on permitting. Because we know without permits, you guys cannot develop. And some of you guys waiting for your permits for too long. So we got permits. The other task force is on cesspool conversion. Right? Because that's one big one. Hey, we don't have funds for that. We can expect you guys to pay for that. Right? The feds got to help us. The feds give us one mandate to move from cesspools to septic, but no more funds. Right? So we're working with the feds on that. But we need a task force to help us with that. We got one homeless to housing task force because homeless is an issue still yet. And then our last task force is on HR. Because we're getting a hard time to hire. We get 600 vacancies. And so we're trying to figure out how we can hire for the county. So we have 5 task forces, that's the 5 challenges. And we meet occasionally to figure out how we can solve those problems. So animal control is one of them. Thank you for asking. Okay. Hey, one rule is I'm going to go backwards one time, but usually I go forward. But go, guy.
Yeah, go ahead. I know you guys are going to say it's probably state, but
yeah.
Our roads are getting kind of dangerous from South Kona to all the way into Hilo, basically.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Does anybody have anybody
yeah.
plans to fix their roads?
That's a state issue. No, just joking. So our roads. So I got to tell you, we get the best road guy in the state, and that's Neil Azevedo. So, Neil, maybe you can talk a little bit about what we've done for Kea'au so far in terms of our role and county roads. I know we've done some paving with some roads. Could you share a little bit?
Oh, we're going to start actually this coming Monday. We'll be paving Kamoa Road and South Point. There's about close to 5 miles of roadway. Then we got to catch Lorenzo Road. All the side roads we catch it. But I'll talk to State Highway, see what they can do. Already talking about Kava Flats, what they're going to do over there too. Because that's the major one for us, where you flood everybody one way now. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.
So we're pushing the state. So Neil makes the state feel guilty. That's all, because he just do all the roads that we're supposed to do, and then obviously when the state's one so bust up, then we go like, and then they end up helping us out. So we might have to just guilt them into compliance. Okay, working my way down. Yes, Irene.
My question is for the building division.
Okay.
And 13 months ago, we filed a complaint. I live in Discovery Harbor. I'm a newbie. I've only lived here 15 years. And for someone building without a building permit. And we were told 13 months, nothing has happened.
Okay.
And this person continues to build.
Okay.
And we were told that the inspectors that go out do not have the authority to red tag a build site.
Okay, so here's the question. This is going to be probably for Neil. Okay, so this question is, so somebody building without permits, and it's been ongoing. So what is our course of action for that?
Well, we send the inspector out there and talk to the guy and see how we can help him to get his permit. If he can't get his permit, we'll shut him down. Okay, then I'll talk to you after. I'll give you my number. You can text me everything or call me. Okay, thank you.
Awesome, working our way down. Okay, go, Barbette.
Yeah, but I wanted to ask about who I can talk to see if we can get a crosswalk in front of the post office. There's so many people parked across the street, and there's always a lot of traffic.
Okay.
But I also, you mentioned task force. How do we contact the person in charge of the animal control task force?
I'll give you my number after this. You just contact me. I'll connect you with Matt. Okay, question. Sorry, you threw me off. You didn't ask two questions. I only can handle one at a time. Okay, wait. What's up? The post office. Oh,
the post office over here. I think there's a raised crosswalk right here. Yeah. Too far. Okay. Well, we'll talk to the state again, see what they can do. But we don't want to make another crosswalk. Then end up cars will be stopping and going too much. So if you can a little bit walk down and go across for now. Okay. Yeah, sorry. We'll look for more parking. Thank you. I'll get back to you on that, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, so sometimes we can solve the issue. At some of these meetings, we solve the issue at that night. Like somebody say, hey, one sign was the wrong way, Public Works went out. So some issues we can solve immediately. Some issues might take us a little bit longer. But thank you. At least you bring them to our attention, yeah? Okay, working my way down. Okay. Oh, I get you after. Go.
What's the status of the wastewater plant?
I know the status of the wastewater plant. So I was here when the prior administration had presented to you guys because I wanted to know what I stepping into, and so and it's a lot of issues. So I'll go turn them over to Craig. What's your thoughts on the wastewater situation? We have a mandate, right, from the federal government, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, we have what's called an administrative order of consent from the Environmental Protection Agency. And they are requiring the county to get rid of our large gang cesspool right up the street. So we've started design work. We're 30% complete on the design work. And we are currently going through approval processes with the federal government and the state government and working toward getting access to certain properties along the route, including the treatment plant site. So that's kind of what the status is right now. Good enough?
Thank you, Wes. Awesome. Yeah. Tina, you had a question.
Yes. So my question is about South Point water. We've been asking for a long time, and it's beyond ridiculous. We've got people down at the bottom doing tours. They're washing their vehicles with leftover water. Water's going into the ocean. We need water. We have a farm, we grow mangoes, and we have chickens and cattle and all of this stuff. And the water runs right by our house, but a moratorium was put on it in the 1980s. And just a mile up the road from us, you give all the water in the world to Discovery Harbor and Kamehameha, but South Point. There's a lot of us here, and we're frustrated that you guys are ignoring us. We know you were given $200 million to fix the water infrastructure in Hawaii, and we're being ignored. And I'm speaking for South Point. I'm speaking for the Carruthers and Dean and Tissy, and they've all, because we're frustrated. We're in a drought. And do you know how many of us can't get water trucks to our property? And then you tell us we can't go down to the water spigots and get water for our farm. It says only for your household use. Well, what about our farm? And trucks aren't coming down that far. Why won't you finally step up and do something? We've been begging you.
Okay, that's a good question statement. So water, I got you. So, okay, Mr. Waterman.
Yeah, and thank you for the opportunity to respond to some of that. And so if first I can maybe correct some of the misstatements. We never got 200 million. So I don't know where that... Okay, but it's not in our funds. So if somebody wants to give us 200 million, we'll take it. I guarantee you we'll take it. And the situation is we distribute potable water. We'd love to provide for ag water, but our primary focus is safe drinking water. So all the treatment and all the requirements we have to comply with both state and federal. We did drop the ball with South Point Waterline. It's old. We were gifted that by the feds, maybe World War II time. It's really substandard. It's a 4-inch transite water line that breaks constantly. We fix it when it breaks. And again, easier said than done. We have it in our budget, in our CIP budget, not for this year. So I gotta tell you, we have 23 water systems around the island. It's on the list, but we have a whole lot of stuff that we also have to do. We're not trying to ignore your concerns, but we do have a priority, and our priority is human consumption. I'm sorry, not farms. We'd love to address water needs for farms, but we got to take care of human consumptive needs first. So we can talk stories some more afterwards. Yeah?
I'd like to add a little bit to that. The problem with South Point Road is people who have water meters, including ranchers out there, they're running multiple lines, their own private lines, to multiple TMK properties. It's against the water regulations, and other people are being denied water meters or reconnections to water meters. So it's not that there's a shortage of water, it's just being unfairly distributed. Even DHHL down at the bottom, they've been crying for years to get water meters. A lot of the ranchers, they share, they're running waters to multiple properties. There's illegal vacation rentals that are running off a single residential water meter. Tons of that's going on. A lot of problem is, why don't people who get building, or like you want to build, if you want a Hoʻokō, you have to have a building permit, but not water meters. So people are sharing their water meter, they're selling it to their neighbors, and it's out of control. The ranchers are running substandard lines, they're leaking all the time, and
That's a good question. Is it legal to share water meters, or how does it work?
Yeah, it's against our rules. It's just that we're not aware of every single situation. So if you want to come talk story with us and let us know what's going on in certain locations, we'll go investigate. Yeah, we'll follow up on that.
I brought this attention multiple times to the water department over the past few years, and I brought it to our county council person, I brought it to our previous mayor. Everything was ignored. I spent 8 months trying to get some kind of address.
Okay, well, let's talk story after. We can get some more information. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, we met the quota on the water question, so. Okay, we're working our way down. Come on, raise your hand. Working on our way. Question? Yes, sir. Over there. Go ahead. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, I remember you.
Okay.
That's the flats.
No, all good. Yeah, aloha. I don't know who is in charge of the planning department that, this development happened at Punaluu about a year ago that Zendo and signed it off for the development at Punaluu. So I like to know the concerns about it, because this developer, Eva Louie, only talking about it, but nothing happening. So what is the whole situation about Punaluu? And you know what? My idea for Punaluu is see the people of Kea'au and the people of the community manage that place. I think for years and years, we've been seeing developers come and developers left. And you know the part about it? The people of Kea'au don't like see development here. So that is my prerogative, Maybe the planning guy there, the update. So You know, it's all good.
Right on, my brother. Good to see you again. Thank you, yeah. All right, so question, Punalu'u. So what's the update on that? I go ask, yeah. Jeff, go ahead.
Sure. So the developer, I believe it's Black Sands Development Group or something to that nature, had submitted a special management area use permit approximately a year ago. It is not something that the planning department approves. They just are, the application comes to the planning department, we review it. This was in the last administration. The recommendation from the planning department was to approve the special management area use permit. The planning commission is the authority for approval or denial of that permit. Through the process, there is the ability to file what we call a contested case. And there were multiple interveners that petitioned to intervene in this particular application. That went through mediation. Mediation failed. And so at this point, there are two options. Either they go forward and hire a hearings officer to go through the contested case, or the applicant withdraws the application. Just this morning, I had sent out an email asking for the applicant to please provide us a status of the application as far as whether they want to proceed through the contested case hearing or whether or not they want to withdraw. I'm at this point waiting for their response.
Wait and see, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for your manao.
One more manao.
Okay.
You know what? You gotta see the vision that Kea'au is one of the pristine area in the whole district. 80 miles, almost 100 miles of coastline undeveloped.
Yeah.
So you gotta look at the next generation down the road that can see the vision of pristine beauty. We gotta malama Punalu'u. And if this greater vision can be happening there, that the people should manage Punalu'u. That's a great thing can happen for Kea'au. And Kea'au can be one great place that people are going to remember when they come to Hawaii.
Yes. And they still remember Kea'au when they come to Hawaii. Thank you for that. Yes, thank you for that.
Let's think about if we can save that little piece.
Yeah. And you get people over here, you can see them already. They're not in their head, so you get agreement. I don't know if I like go backwards, but I'm going to go backwards. Your question or your statement?
Yeah, I have a lot to say.
A statement or question?
I'm not going to beat around the bush.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm going to get to the point.
Okay, go.
I'm going to follow up on Brother Earl's question.
Yeah. Okay. If you state that question, okay, so here's the deal with the mic. So I gave the mic, I give the mic, right? Some town halls, they don't give them back. So you know why? Because I'm just asking for be considerate of everybody else. Please don't make your statement 5 minutes, 10 minutes, because people are going to get irritated. Go.
Okay, so I'm going to follow up with Brother Earl about Punalu'u, because that's going to connect with Mr. Darrow there again, because I already spoke with him about Nāʻālehu Hills. So we have the same issue with Nāʻālehu Hills. Yesterday's PUC meeting, Miss Leo couldn't speak. She said she doesn't speak English, and she couldn't answer the commissioner's questions. And why are we not doing something about the situation? It's the same developer for both. Nāʻālehu Hills is all Kuleana land up there, basically. The lands were stolen, they're cloud title. So why can't we rescind what Mr. Darrow had signed for Zendo at the time? Because right now that case is in deferment, because she has not responded to all your questions that you had for her. So I'm asking to rescind that case and also look at the same thing for Punalu'u. And I also have one more comment. I'm sorry, okay? The other one is the general plan. We in Kea'au, we're country, okay? You guys know this. Mayor Kim respected us. He said no development in Kea'au. Brother Earl talked about the coastline. Okay, no development in Kea'au. The general plan that came out, we don't want a smart city here. This is for Kanaka Maoli and the people that work hard here, agriculture and sustainability.
Very good. Thank you so much for honoring the time. That was way under 5 minutes. Very good, very good. I never know. Oh, Brother Earl. Okay, I'm working with Ho. You guys so patient. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm working with Melinda. Go.
Two things.
Okay.
One is just a question, and I'll do it at the end.
Okay.
The first one is a request, and it might be mistake. So I be on Māmalahoa Highway, just down from the transfer station. And you come from the transfer station towards Nāʻālehu, and there's a little tight corner, and you go past Kama'o and Wangyuan, and now we have a new immersion school opening. There used to be a 25-mile-per-hour sign when you turned after the 20s, where you go through the curves, and now it's 35. And we have had 2 cats and a dog hit. There are new children on both sides of the street. I would like to have 25-mile-per-hour returned from the transfer station to the park, which is 25 anyways, Waihino Park, or maybe there's the road, Ka'alualu is right there. So anyways, if we could have 25 mile per hour, it's so business, it's downtown.
Let me ask the question. Hey, how did it work? Chief Ben, like who determines how fast cars go? Like is that the community get together and they vote on them or? 20 state again.
State highway again.
So I don't know how we're going to help you on that one. So it's okay. So right now it's 35. Okay.
Maybe people just slow down.
I mean, maybe yeah. Hey, everybody, you guys can just drive slower, please, in that area, for that we can solve this problem. Okay. Okay, go.
The other thing is I have no idea. I'm very curious and I'm a little worried what is happening at the curve not far from the other pump house where they put in the big rock on the Makai side, and it's got a gate and big trucks coming and going. And does anybody know? It looks like development starting to me.
Is any development starting by the big rock? It's a quarry. Oh, okay. That's okay. Anybody get any on the team? Neil,
I'll talk to her after.
Yeah, he go talk to you. Neil, talk to Neil about that. Okay, so big rock. So I like how you guys. Hey, no need street addresses. You know the development, but a big rock. Okay, okay. All right, I'm working my way down. Okay, back here. I'll come to you. Go ahead. Okay. Okay, go. I'll go hold on.
Hey, thank you. I live in the Green Sand subdivision, and so we have at least a couple of issues there. One is an escape route because we've had fires down there. And several years ago there was one, and it's really scary. Yeah, and we need an escape route. So I'm not sure what the status is for that.
Okay, we're gonna take one at a time. Green Sands, an escape route, and Fire Chief. I go ask Fire Chief. Oh, Green Sands. That's right next to Black Sands, huh? No. South Point. Okay, we gotta. Hey, let me ask Michelle. You know any idea about an escape route for Green Sands? Is that possible? I mean, how? Your thoughts?
So it potentially is possible. There's like. It connects up to Mark Twain, so there's a bunch of roads, but the road, so there's one lot that basically is in between these two subdivisions. Potentially that could be an alternate route. I did drive it, and actually the roads in Mark Twain are really bad, so they would take a lot to actually make it a viable escape route. Not that it couldn't, but it's not as simple as just making a little connection there.
However, that lady opened that gate during the fire, and lots of people came up that road, had a Green Sands in the Mark Twain from that fire. The lady owned that gate, that owned that property.
Right.
They used to be open, but they put a gate up because of liability issues, that people had problems with, both in the world of courts.
Okay, we're looking into that. I'll give you an extra bonus. Remember, my rule was you cannot ask 2 questions unless everybody else gets a chance to ask 1. So I got a little nervous. You're not going to ask 3, huh? Oh, no. Okay, go.
It's just, water access, because it's so dry over there. We don't have any fire hydrants. Certain houses have water meters hooked up, but, the lines are over a mile long. So is there any chance of getting water down into Green Sand subdivision at any time?
Drinking or full fire hydrants?
Both.
Oh, yeah. It's a good question. Hey, I don't know if you can answer this, Keith. What about fire hydrants? Is that a water department situation or no?
Yeah, so that's part of the water infrastructure. And the real short answer is probably not at this time. Here's the deal. We have so much existing infrastructure that is in need of repair and replacement. We don't expand systems. And the reason why is because it costs tens of millions of dollars to do something like that. And we don't have any means to recoup that, either by sale of the land or anything. Our water bills, one of the main thing about our water bills is that it stays reasonable. And hopefully those of you who are our customers, your water bill is still your cheapest bill. But with that is also the deal that we don't expand water systems, because otherwise, here's the problem. Say we jack up the price for the water bills for all our existing customers. The next question is, okay, well, where are you going to use that money then? You're going to use them Kea'au, you're going to use them Puna, you're going to use them South Kona, and then why? So we're not in that position. We're not developers. We don't own the land to sell and recoup our capital investments. So that's why we don't expand into systems. And here's the other thing too is, we'd like to serve those who want our water, but there's a lot of people who actually don't want our water. They'd rather keep it rural also. And catchment works for a lot of people, and we're fine with that. So anyway, we can talk stories some more later too.
Thank you, Keith. Kainoa.
Earlier this week, I talked to a researcher who said that we are losing our forests at an unsustainable rate, meaning the forests are dying faster than they can grow. Has the city committed any resources or funds to combating ROD?
So that's a great question. So we got 2 departments. So we have a research and development department that looks at they get grants, and then we have a sustainability department. So I'll ask Dennis, any programs, grants out there for forest reforestation?
Yeah, so I'll be very straightforward here, is that those type of research is not under the county, but it's under departments such as the Department of Ag, research entities such as the University of Hawaii, and they're doing the research trying to figure out, like rapid ohia death, right? Trying to figure out why and how this fungus keeps on attacking all of our trees. So unfortunately, it's not in the county's responsibility, but we are aware of these issues and trying to support as best as we can.
And then, Laura, your thoughts on, because this plays right into our environment, right? Trees, they capture carbon, right? They're good for the environment. We get plenty ranchers. The cows is probably the biggest culprit to deforestation. But, we ranchers, so that all plays in. So it's a kind of a balance. But, Laura?
I'll just say that it's definitely a multi-agency and multi-stakeholder thing that we need to approach altogether, because ultimately, if we just look at the conditions that we're facing right now with things like sea level rise and climate change, water issues, if we really think about areas like, for example, Lahaina, and where the water diversion for certain developments come into play, then, it definitely changes the nature of the ecosystem. You have a lot less clouds collecting because of the tree loss, right, upslope, which brings, if you just think of the clouds come in with the trade winds and hit the mountain, generally that's supposed to cause the orographic lifting, like the clouds collect there and bring the moisture, right? And the job of the ohia is to collect that moisture out of the fog and the clouds and whatever dew and rain comes out and bring it into the water table, right? So basically that whole system, if you're taking an approach of it it's significantly impacting a lot of things. And I'll just bring up what I learned from research and development the other day, which is there's, because of not having a cold snap and also for long drought time, there's a lot of farms on our island that are not having a lychee crop. And so it has significant impact to our economy in terms of, we have one farm, for example, that's losing $400,000, and that's a larger farm. So then, of course, we have concerns that we need to look at for our smaller farmers. One of the biggest things we can do ultimately is eat local. So in terms of supporting that within our communities and ecosystems, and doing the best we can with helping to distribute a lot of those resources. So,
thank you, Laura. Yeah, can you guys imagine that? This season, not gonna get lychee. Wow, no more lychee. That's hard, that. And if you get, gonna be super expensive. So, yeah. How's it about Alfred? Go ahead. Ask him loud your question.
I get a question for Mr. Hilo. Alfred Kea'au. Ali won't come on the road. 40 years, Ali won't come on the road. The kids will be on the road. Now, the great kids can't. I got gate cars flying through there. You don't need payroll, they're flying through. Next week, my wife can get into a next year. Car never stop, very morning. So my family travel on the road. The kids travel on the road. Grandkids travel on the road. So, my concern is, when you pave the road, actually was supposed to be next month on the 24th, right? Because you move them up to the 12th.
No, sorry. Right. The paver runs around the island. We got two pavers running east and west. Whenever we finish the west side, Kona side, or Honokaʻa, Waimea, then we move the paver to the next side. We try to make sure we even throughout the districts. We give everybody, opportunity for getting new pavement. That's what we do.
So, but this was supposed to be on the 24th because you move them up to the 12th. It's next week?
Yeah. Next week, yes.
We need speed bumps over there.
So, speed bumps. Yeah. Okay. Wait, he get in there. I see him, it's coming. The speed bump coming.
So, I don't know if you guys put any safety concerns or if you guys go and pave the road to be on racetrack.
Yeah. Good.
So far,
if you guys don't go full speed bump instead of 15, I'll let
yeah. Yes. I understand. So far, every road we pave, this speed and end up, there's a speed tables coming. We're with speed tables.
The speed table. So get different. Get the speed hump. Get three types I learned. Get on speed, I don't know, hump, and then get on speed bump, and then get on speed table.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which is better? You like on speed bump. Can we get on speed bump? It's not be like
Speed table rides easier.
Or the truck can broke if you.
Yes, speed bump, you're gonna have to stop. Yeah.
Oh wait, I gotta go backwards. Okay, wait there.
I'll talk to you later after.
Yeah.
We'll talk to her. Yes.
So is it possible?
Oh, anything's possible.
It's possible. We've done it before. Yeah. No, we did them. Yeah, as fast. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, before 2085. For real, kind. That's right. Okay, I'm working my way down. Thank you, Alfred. Okay, I'm gonna go right here. Yes, thank you for asking. The bathroom at Waihinu. Oh, I'm so happy you asked that. So, Clayton, how are we gonna get that bathroom at Waihinu?
Yeah, so basically it's in design stage already, Dennis. So that is gonna probably start like in December, the bathroom for that. So that project is on the books, it's going, and the design is happening, and we're gonna start it in.
Hey, so the Waihinu bathroom, the design is, we're working on the design. So once you get the design, that tells me it's happening. Okay, so that's good news. Hey, within this century. We're looking at, so I'm gonna go over here and then I'm going back there. Go ahead, Nancy, from Ocean View.
Hi, first of all, I'd like to say aloha to everyone who came, because it's really nice to see the faces. That's awesome. And welcome to Kea'au. Of course, we're a very lively community. And my statement kind of question is for the water people, sorry.
Hey, you guys famous today.
So in Ocean View, we have a well. The hydrologist came out 4 years ago or 5 years ago, said that the well is 60% potable water, 40% brackish water, and if they raised the bottom of the well 187 feet, he was very specific, he said it would bring the well up to 80% potable water and 20% brackish water. Now, Dr. Kimo here knows, as being a medical professional, when you freeze your ice cubes and you take them out of the freezer to lick your ice cube and it tastes like salt, there's something wrong here. So could you please speak to this issue? Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Nancy.
Oh, if you come out on Saturday, we'll be prepared for that question. No, I'm just kidding.
No, so, hey, no, so Keith, Nancy, I know Nancy's from Ocean View, so we invite Pahala, we invite Ocean View. By the way, Pahala, I hope you guys, if you're from here, I hope you guys show up to Pahala. But she's not going to be here, that's why Saturday. That's why she came.
Oh, got it, got it. No, I was just joking, by the way. No, yeah, there are concerns with Ocean View, and it's just dry. So I'm not sure where you got those numbers from. That's not based on the study, I think, that we conducted. But the State Water Commission actually set a limit on how much water we can pump from that well so that we don't draw more salt into it. So that's the challenge with that one. We had a study done whether or not there's other places we could drill wells in the region, but they all don't look promising. Just because it's just so dry. And the wells, the groundwater depends on recharge up from Mauka, right, to replenish the groundwater. And that's just not the case over there. So that's the big challenge. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, go your question.
Aloha, I'm Kahiwalani. And I'm assuming that everybody here that works for the public has taken an oath of protection and safety for our people and have our people's best interests at heart. I hope you understand that the issues and challenges going on in Punalu affect the health and the psychological, mental, and emotional health of the people in Ka'au and the deterioration of our resources and our family structures, right? So I'm hoping that you guys will all be here next week because we can have a more meaningful discussion in the seats that you folks took on and the oath that you took to protect our people. Will all of you be here next week, Wednesday at Pahala? That's my question.
Most of them will, and if not, they're directed to send a representative.
Very good. Mahalo.
Mahalo. Guy, I'm working my way backwards now. Okay, we got about 10 more minutes, so go ahead, Guy.
My question is for the Chief Fire. I've been trying to get our lifeguards, and thank you, we have the most magnificent group of lifeguards at Punalu you can ever have. I am so proud of who they are and how they serve the beach. I've been trying to get them for the last 2 years to go on a 4-day, 10-hour work week. And the reason for that is, especially now with like the volcano goes on, our tourists will come down there, sit around the beach, use the water until it gets dark. We have a organization that supervises the turtles when they're gone, and we do a count. And I've turned that count in to the last, I think it was Captain Bear. He retired now, but there's sometimes several days where there's like 500 people after the lifeguards leave on the beach. And the potential for somebody getting injured down there is huge. And like I said, 2 years I've been working on it, and they said last January they were going to start it up. But then, of course, there was a change of regime. So I am hoping I'm not waiting till the next century, but I would like to see if we can move that along. Yeah.
Awesome question, Guy. Thank you so much for the props, too. Chief Todd?
Hey, Jonah. What's up, man? It's one of my lifeguards back there. Last I checked, I was under the impression that Punalu'u was on the 410s. So I'll double check on that, but am I incorrect on that? Punalu'u is already on 410s? No, it's Puna? Yeah. Okay. Okay, so the reason I have not, I got a lot of districts around the island. Right now, I think Pohoiki was the only one that we'd actually switched to the 410s, and the primary reason was because of the lava flow and the driving distance and everything else that we're running into to get to the beach to staff it, so that we'd have personnel there because the lava had crossed the road and it just took a long time to get to work. The biggest issue is that when I move to a 410 schedule, I need more lifeguards because now I'm basically committing an extra 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so we need to bring our staffing up. And so that's been the biggest holdup in terms of having a 410 schedules. I'd like to actually do that island-wide, honestly, because it just, when the sun is up, people are going to be at the beach. But right now, our goal is to actually just staff our towers 7 days a week. We have some beaches we shut down during the work week because we don't have enough staffing. I should note the mayor has given me lifeguard positions this year. So we're hoping to open in Hilo some of the towers that we shut down during the week, which we don't have any staffing in, so that we can at least get 7 day a week service. But that's still at the 8 hour a day shifts. Long term, it is one of those things I'd like to move to in terms of staffing, because it isn't the first time someone's brought up the fact that when the lifeguard's leaving, still get plenty of people on the beaches. But as of right now, like the way our budget and the number of personnel I have, it's what I can offer.
I did speak to the captain like 2 years ago, and in between we were working with those guys and the captains, we worked out a plan that was pretty good. And they had told me it was going to be instigated in January at the latest. Of course, that didn't happen, but there has been discussion on a plan. And there is, according to the people that I work with, the number of people who do it. It just didn't get done, and the excuse was, all right, we don't know who won't be here.
Copy.
I get that, but there has been discussion, so I would just ask that you go back to the guys and see what that is, because it was a plan that will work out.
So, Guy, I will look into that. The other side of it is we ran into a union issue with some promotional stuff, and we're trying to make a battalion chief who would manage all of our ocean safety, and our captains are retiring. And so we're in the process, and probably in the next 6 months, we'll have that entire command structure in place. And that'll be definitely the person that I'd be relying on to give me good data on whether or not it's viable.
I hope it happens sooner so nothing happens.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Guy, for bringing it up. I'm going to go here, and then we get about 5 more minutes.
Okay, first of all, I have no complaints. Second of all, I came from Seattle. This is a wonderful place to live. I just don't want to see it go downhill. I would like to see, you can see that people are concerned because this is a big meeting and it's been called, there was not much publicity for it. I would like to see prioritized volunteer things where you get together and, okay, we got problem one, and we all get together and we work on problem one by volunteering. And I would love to see that happen.
That's awesome. So Clayton's the man. We have a retired senior volunteer program. That's where all of our kupuna go. And when you're 55, 60, I don't know what is kupuna now, but I know when I was 55, how do I know? Because I went to McDonald's, I get free coffee, like 88 cents, So, but some places it's 60, and that's
Yeah.
You wanna say?
And also there's the Friends of the Park. There's a Friends of the Park process as well too. So if you have an issue or you want to help out at a park, we can talk story and do a Friends of the Park agreement with groups out here as well too.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 2 more questions. Oh, you guys just treat that. Okay, go.
Aloha, everyone. So my question is about medical services.
Oh, I gotta go backwards. Okay.
AARP, a statement. AARP put out an article 2 months ago and said elderly do not retire in Hawaii because the medical services are lacking. So I have to go for a portable x-ray. I have to go to Honolulu. That's ridiculous. We don't have a T1 center. We don't have dialysis. You got to go to Hilo or Kona. They have to go 4 times a week. We need to do something to bring that here to this area so people don't have to travel, take planes.
I agree. I'm with you on that. Okay, that's all. You only get one. So wait, we're going to... I gotta go before Keone not gonna let me out. So, okay, so hey, let me just say this. So I was the CEO of the Bay Clinic Health Center. We merged with West Hawaii Community Health Center, and I know the health situation is in dire need of. We need dialysis. You're right. You cannot be always going to Hilo. We had some ideas of putting it at Kea'au Hospital. They had some issues with how the wastewater would all play out because that discharge is toxic. So get all kind issues, but again, so that's state, right? And that's our community health centers. The county, we don't have a health department, but you know, in some municipalities they do. So if the state cannot do their job, just give us the money. I know we can do it. Okay. Keone.
You bring him back in. I will give him back his mic. But anyway, I'm so glad all you guys came tonight. God bless you folks for coming, like, as well as everybody here, yeah? You know, may the good Lord bless us all. I'm so happy because you guys here, because I went to the meeting for Eva thing, and I lived down at the condos for 14 years now. And Eva can't speak English because before she got into this thing, before she got into this BS, I used to go to her house at the end of the condo because my wife's a resident manager there. She can speak. And I talked to her, my sister and I talked to her about the titles of the land. And then Mr. Matthews said, I love you, brother. So you guys are here to hear what I'm going to tell you guys. The same thing I addressed to him. That I say, I'm so sorry, I have to apologize to him. He's like, and Mama behind us, my big sister, the mom, that he have to report to there are small peons, got to report to the big peons. Yeah? So I said to him about the land titles in Hawaii. Because did the king or the families sell the land to anybody? First of all. And when they created this torrent system in 1900 with the Planters Association, they brought this torrent system. When they brought this torrent system, they went and quit claim and warranty deed to Tennessee to Tennessee. They will act laws over the land commission awards, you know, and the royal patent grants. So hopefully you guys really look in your hearts and see what you guys dealing with here. You guys heard of Dr. David Kea'au Sai, yeah? His family to us too. The Kea'aus are family to us with the Kalama. Their tutu was married to our tutu man, the third king, Kamehameha the third. You know, everyone research conservation. I started and research conservation is another way of land grabbing Hawaiian people's land. And my family, my wife, folks, we have our place up in Ocean View. They bought the place when they came from Oahu in 1968. They bought it the way it is. Had more trees up there. Had plenty of water back then. But when people come in, they bulldoze all our trees. Yeah? And as for us Hawaiians, we get Article 12, Section 7. We have traditional religion customary gathering rights law that protect our interests, even to go and get the turtles, because the turtles are part of the bleaching problem with our ocean front. They're eating all the seaweed, and then they bring all these monk seals in, and sometimes we used to watch those guys at night. They bring all the eggs from one place, they take them to the other beach and put them there, and they put this buffer zone that we cannot even go over there. And this is all foreign laws, don't apply, not supposed to be for the Kanaka Maole, it's wrong. A lot of new people coming here. I'm so sad because I born here in 1959, statehood. My sister guy's older than me, we're from here. And when new people come, they bring their own different ideas and shoving it down our throats. It's wrong. You gotta talk to the real people of the land. The people who live here. A lot of friends that I meet come from Washington, Canada, Maine, all over the place. I educate them this, and they're taking it home. They see the fraud in Hawaii from 1959. The tourists and military could vote, and the Hawaiian people didn't have a plebiscite. And when they locked up the Queen in 1893, they put the Queen on house arrest when the military came, the Marines, and just took the government away, but not the people's rights. So we have our law of our land, still for our people. So if people who come from elsewhere, we love you guys too, but look at our history. Look deep in you guys' hearts, because every family, we all get on one big cloud. Everybody migrate, and sometimes people come, people go. A lot of guys come out city, put big houses and stuff, and squeeze poor guys off their place because the mentality they way, they cannot mind their own damn business. They're looking at the other neighbors' yard, what the hell what they're doing, or how much you get, or what. It's wrong. Have respect. The word respect goes a long way for everybody. Everybody get feelings as human beings. If you guys don't have it, go back home.
Mahalo for your manao. All right, so that is 6:35. We get a half an hour. Please hit up anyone. If you get one Parks question, you get Clayton. But yeah, we're already 30 minutes. Yes, go. You get. I know. I remember you. I know. I remember you. I remember my friend.
Okay, he remembers me because I took the therapeutic aid class with him. And you know what he said to me when he came? That was years ago. He says, "Hey, what you guys do over here in Kea'au?" And I said, "We make babies." Remember?
I remember.
Okay, I have two things. I come from Kohala. Sorry, I'm going to take up you guys' time, but tomorrow I'm busy. I have a big concern in Kohala about cars racing up and down the road in front of my house. I live on Pikake Street. Look, early shaking his head. We need speed humps or speed bumps or whatever you call that, Azevedo. Yeah? To slow down the cars because the children go to school. The kupuna, well, I don't walk anymore. The kupuna exercise, go down to the store, get their drugs and stuff. Well, not really drugs, but the medicine. Anyways, we need that. And then we have these young ones, I don't know, they should go out and get a job or study or something. Racing up and down the road late at night, burning rubber. If we don't have these things put in place, they're going to kill themselves. Yeah, and that's the cane truck road. If they're going to the ditch off the road, nobody's going to help them. You can't even see the car. Okay, now, everybody was talking so much. I wrote them on my hand so I don't forget. About what he said about Punalu'u. Yeah? Yes, it's a special place. Back in the 70s, 80s, I think it was, I belonged to the task force. Yeah? From Kea'au to South Kona. To save the coastline. And we did look at Honokaʻa. So please don't tell me that Kea'au people cannot save Punalu'u. We can. When you look down Pohina Hill and you see the people enjoying the beach down at Honokaʻa, that is so much love. Mahalo.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys gonna get me in trouble. You're gonna get me in trouble. No, I gotta stop. You guys can talk to any one of our directors one-on-one. Thank you so much for coming. Let's hang out. Love you guys. Ahui ho.